Hi there, my name is Candy and I am Samantha Workman's mother. I am a mortgage manager's assistant.
So I'm here to ask you a few questions about using math while working here in a mortgage office. My first question for you is, how do you use math in terms of mortgages?
Well, mortgages is all about math. You're going to need math to know the purchase price because math is numbers, your down payment because you need a down payment. So if your house is say $250,000, you're going to need 10% down with us, and that will be $25,000 down payment. Then also there's a lender's risk fee, which is similar to CMHC fee, and that's 3.25%, and that is $7,312.50. And then you'll need math for the amortization schedule, and the amortization schedule is complex. So I have a software that we use. It does it for us because this is a lot of stuff to remember.
Okay, my second question for you is, are calculations a part of your job and how?
Calculations are definitely part of my job because before we started with this form, which we just started using recently in the summer months, I would pull up a list from my other software to pick out the deposits for the day to take to the bank and deposit everyone's payments. So I would have to calculate our direct deposits in one column, and then our deposit, subtract that, and that means whatever's left over would be the ones that didn't pay. So that's what we have done here. We have now made an Excel sheet.
My third question to you is, what math skills do you think are most important for those who want to enter your field or do this type of work?
Well, you definitely need basic math skills: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. But also accounting is a definite field to take because accounting is everything for us. We use another software, Simply Accounting, and it's so much easier when you know accounting and using the softwares how to make sure that you're getting it right. But as long as you know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide, your basic skills and dollar amounts, where to put your decimal point, will be beneficial.
Okay, do you have any tricks that you use to help while doing math in your head?
Yes, I do actually. So if a client comes in and they give us cash for a payment and it doesn't match exactly their amount, so say someone brings in $225 and their payment is only $210, I would round it up and subtract the 15. I don't know, it's been something that I was taught, and it's always been in my head to take a larger number, add them together, and then subtract the little number that I needed to make the answer.
Okay, so last and final question is, if someone needs a mortgage, what type of calculations do they need to do?
Well, that brings me to my pre-approval. Pre-approval, they have to have they have to bring in their T4s from the previous year, and then they have to make sure that they have their 10% down, as well as they have to also take in consideration lawyers' fees, broker fees, if they are not a first-time buyer, land transfer tax as well. And usually that runs about $5,000 to $10,000. So they have to have that on top. But when they first come in, they would, if a friend asks me, what do I need to know for a mortgage? First off, I tell them, okay, say you make $50,000 a year. Tell them times that by 3. That is the mortgage that you can afford. So if you have, say, $50,000 saved in the bank, and you make $50,000 a year, times that by 3, which is $150,000, plus your $50,000, you can get a house for $200,000. So that's the general. It's not an exact science because there's a lot of different percentages, like your gross debt percent and your total debt. So but it's just a generalization. It's not an exact science. It's not what we go by. It's just 3% is an easy number to go by.
Okay, well, that wraps it up. Thank you for allowing me to interview you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Sam. You gonna say hi?